horror rather than halt, shoot everything you see, apart from maybe tonight horror.
Did we have our guns with us, or we didn't? Did we?
No, because you're in the UK. You don't carry your weapons with you. You have them, but not with you.
And in the back of the car.
Tools does keep them in my pocket, but and I think I said I had my knife.
Yeah, I've got my knife.
Didn't have yeah, the spell that I want to use, I need ideally outside. I need to be able to see a point 100 feet above me. That ain't happening in the Underdark.
No.
Unless we end up going down into a massive cave.
Still didn't do
it. What still didn't do it?
Graphics. Changing the thing over made no difference.
I didn't see you drop, so a few videos dropped, but
what happens here is everything freezes, and then I can't hear you or do anything.
Alright, to us you freeze, and then you drop.
Yeah, well, I dropped because I kicked myself out of Discord.
Ah, right, okay.
Have you tried? Did you reinstall Discord?
Yeah.
The drivers for the camera. Do you know?
Hello.
Hi, Sordar.
How are we all?
Yeah, apart from the camera's playing up, I'm good.
Yeah. Was it a Logitech camera or something?
It's a Razer camera.
Oh, right.
That'll be why it's too posh for us as scumbags.
I use Logitech, I wouldn't use anything else, to be honest.
Yeah, I've got Logitech.
I tend to just use Razer.
Yeah, you tend to match everything, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, all my stuff is Logitech, so I am as well, to be honest.
Yeah. Apart from my keyboard, which is a Black Widow.
My keyboard's a G510.
I go for what I thought was the best at that given time for the purpose, which was, got a Corsair keyboard, mechanical keyboard. I've got Razer sound. I've got Razer mouse. I've got a Logitech cheap and cheerful camera.
I just find the mouse comfortable. Keyboard does everything I want it to with the audio controls as well.
Mm.
Yeah, I used to be Logitech mouse, and then I had a lot of trouble with them. So
yeah, I've got the G.
I needed a mouse, and I couldn't get the one that I wanted in particular because they were rocking our shit. So I'm like, okay, what's the next best thing? Because I can't remember what I've actually got a Logitech one round here, which was the one broke. I think the issue with it is the left mouse button is a bit iffy. Still works apart from that.
Yeah, I've got the G402, and I think that's really nice to hold.
I've got the 502 Hero.
Lovely.
That's really comfortable.
My one before this was the World of Warcraft Steel series, which I really liked, but I didn't do any of the programmable features it has because it had hundreds to
I just use it as a mouse.
Yeah.
I don't program any of the other buttons or anything. I just use it as a mouse because it's comfortable.
Yeah.
It's nice weight. They last forever.
And you know, the big selling point is the fact you can change the colour on the little display.
Well, mine cycles through different colours. It's got a colour on the back, and it's yellow, green. It's moving over to cyan, to blue, to purple. It's changing red now.
It's the little things in it. It's brilliant.
Yeah. I forgot it even does that because I don't even notice it anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I've just finished book 2 of Demon Accords. They're brilliant.
Is that another one? Is that another one that's hooked now?
Yeah. Well, the problem is
That one was finished.
I got them on audiobook, and it's the guy who narrates is fantastic.
Yeah, I bought them on Kindle, and then got them on audiobook to go through them again.
I'm halfway through book 16 and there's only 18 of them.
Yeah,
What are you going to do?
I can't remember where I'm up to be honest with you. He's currently writing another one at the moment. He gives you a word count update every week.
Last week he had 10,000, and this week he had 10,003.
Yeah, real fast writer. I got another one of his books. Let me just see if I can find it.
The one criticism I'd probably have about him is that, depending on the books, he'll change the point of view of the characters, but the same characters are in it. So you quite often think that the person that's discussing is a different character. Like at the moment, it's Tanya's point of view, yet I keep thinking it's Chris's. But it's not. It's like I looked over at Chris. It's like I've got to put my point of view back into the right place. That's the only thing. And there's one book where it's all depending on the chapter, it alternates between Declan and Chris. So you read at the beginning which one it is. So you've got to kind of
you definitely have to. You definitely have to think of, you know, who is it? Who is it? Where am I? What am I doing?
Yeah. That's the only criticism I've got for it. Everything else I'm thoroughly loving.
I think that's user error though, isn't it? That's user error, just not realising where you are and who you're reading.
Yeah. Well, that happens in the Mistborn books, doesn't it? If memory serves me.
Yes.
You go from male to female.
Mistborn's even worse, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, this is purely because I'm reading them so fast. If I was reading them like when they came out and everything, I wouldn't have this issue. But because I just read it from Declan's point of view, and then the next one I'm reading it from Chris's point of view, it's like, well, I'm going straight from one into the other, usually with literally about 5 minutes between them. And I'm having to change my mind then.
It's hard,
Yeah.
it's hard when you go into the offshoots as well. You know, like the 0.5 books that that you did after the fact, and it's like, oh, where does this fit in? Where am I in the story now? What's going on?
Well, I know that I've missed some because they've referenced some things and characters, and it's like, okay, how the hell have I missed that? But when I look at the book, I can't find it.
Yeah.
Right, let's try that.
You got a good idea, have you?
Yeah, I plugged myself into USB 3, just in case that's a problem.
I never even thought about that.
But I'm running out of USB ports on the back of my PC.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and buy a hub just to try one USB ports.
I think I've got my old headset still plugged in, and if I have, I need to unplug it.
You've got random shit plugged in at the back of your PC. You don't know what it is. It's just
Yeah,
there's lots of tech plugged in at the back somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, for Thursday's game, you need to remind. That's not worked. Thursday's
That
game,
fucked up, didn't it?
you need to remind me, Sorrow, before we go down to fight the big boss. I need to give you Bardic Inspiration as a saving throw against Mind Affecting, because I don't want to have to fight you when it takes over. It's going to be Mind Affect, isn't
What's
it?
the thing that protects against that? Is it protection from evil though?
Yeah, I haven't got it memorised.
I think
Realised.
I think L'Oreal has.
Right. It was one that I meant to change to and forgot all about it until during the week. It's like, shit, I meant to have that.
Yeah.
Right, try one more thing.
Yeah, that will protect you altogether, but it's concentration. So
No, well.
Yeah.
No, I won't try one more thing. I will just play without camera again, and then I'm going to have to try and figure this out next week.
it could be one of us. We could be causing a conflict or something.
No, I can blame it. Yeah.
I'm just giving him a way out.
There is no way out.
I'll plug the Logitech camera in and see if that fixes it. This has been fine though. I'll have to wait for the next graphics card update and see if that's the problem. Or I might see if I can undo the BIOS update and go back to an earlier version of the BIOS.
Yeah.
Or just completely flash the PC and start again.
It's
A bit extreme for a camera.
Yeah, very extreme. All right, gentlemen. I'm tired tonight because I think I've got a cold coming, so we are going to have a hard stop around 10 o'clock.
No problem.
Last time, we left you in the church where you had discovered that there was a strange device that could only be seen through the crystal acting as a lens that was in each of the apogees of the pillars in the church. You discovered that it seemed to have something, sets of tubes and dials or whatever on the side. There was a gap in the middle that suggested like a doorway of some kind. You were sort of investigating that when you heard a noise behind you, and the pew that you know contained an entrance down into the cellars and the catacombs of the church below opened, and from out of there came a priest, or the priest, but it was glowing with a strange green glow and kind of heading towards you.
Yeah. Right.
What do you wish to do?
Yeah, see, if I remember right, only Ralph's seen it. We were looking the other direction.
Yeah,
That's
and
right.
I basically pointed and went, behind you. So is it? You said it's growing green, and is it going? We bring you peace and love.
No.
So it's not okay.
Would you like a jelly baby?
Does it look anything like Slimer? It's actually the ghost of the priest, and it's floating. Or like
I don't know. Don't think it's slime. No, it's not slime. It's not leaving anything slimy behind. It's just got this strange greenish hue around him.
So we turn round, so we're not seeing it through the crystal. We're seeing him glow green as well.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I'm getting down from this pillar.
Yes.
Not a good place to be while it's coming down.
And he's kind of shambling towards you.
I'm going to be backing away towards the door.
Yeah, I'm stepping to the side behind the pillar and saying, "Who are you?" and see if it actually responds. Have you seen that? We've actually got characters on the map.
Oh, we have.
Well, that's never good, is it?
Just in
No.
case you decide to do something.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm hiding behind the pillar that I'm standing next to, because I had to check to see whether you were the closest, Mehdi, and you're not. I am.
Which means I can push you forward. Awesome.
That's why I'm stepping behind the pillar.
Doesn't seem to talk to you or anything. Just keeps kind of slowly lumbering forwards. Every kind of couple of steps, it's a bit of a shuffle, and then it kind of speeds up for a couple of steps, and then sort of slows back down again. You got this very strange, definitely sense of uneasiness about it.
I'm putting my brass knuckles on, just ready. case.
And then, as you all blink, it seems to half the distance.
Don't blink. Is it going through the furniture or is it going around the furniture?
No, it's going around the furniture.
Right, so it's not.
Now that it's closer, does it look any different? Does it still look like a? Does it look alive, or is it falling apart type of thing? Does it look diseased? Because it was between the two pictures that we saw of the priest, he was looking worse. Does he look much
He
worse
looks even. This isn't the same priest.
Ah, right, okay.
Different priest, but he's not. He's not looking grey, and he does kind of have the, as I say, he has this kind of greenish sheen, greenish glow about him.
Have I ever heard of anything like this in Tale?
Do you wish to?
I can spend a point of occult.
You can indeed, yeah. Give me a point of occult.
Because that's all I've got left, so...
If I remember right, Rolf's upstairs, aren't you?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So you're safe. Ish.
They can't get down.
I was moving him up here then. Ralph. I'm gonna. Ooh, okay.
Did we get another 2 experience for last? Are we on 34 now?
Yes.
I have no idea what we're on. Keep forgetting to put anything into it.
Would you know what these are?
I don't know, that's what I was asking you.
I'm going to say not yet. Because I don't think you've spent enough time reading the Revelations of Glaaki to find out what these might be. Oh, wait a minute though. Have you poured over a couple of the books?
I've poured over Glaaki. Not poured over. I've poured over some books, but the latest one, 9, I've only briefly looked at.
Okay. So yeah, no, I'm going to say right this second, you don't have a contextual frame in any of the books or any of the occult materials that you are familiar with as to what this might be.
I'm assuming it's not going to be part of these 6 dedicated pool points. I couldn't use any of those.
Okay, yes, you could.
Oh, I could. Because I've got that for involving Glaaki or Ilgonak. Right, okay, I didn't know whether that would be appropriate, so that'll trigger a stability check.
It will indeed.
I'm not sure what the...
Stability 2 from memory.
I'll spend 2 points then.
Okay.
And I'll make a stability check.
Yep. Yes, so it kind of comes back to you now. There was an oblique reference to Let's have a look. See if there's anything here. Bear with me, I'm just having a look at some notes just to see if there's any reference here. Otherwise, I'll make something up.
Okay.
Hello, Cat. Some strange references about the kiss of Glacky bestowing life to those who worship. But there is also a reference to those who have been bestowed as such, taking on this sickly green glow, this sickly green pall, that is all to do with the amount of time they had been in servitude to Glacky. So you believe that what you're looking at could well be something known as a servant of Glacky.
Okay.
You have a stinky breath. You can't see my cat because my camera's not on, but it's sat.
Yes, it was the cat you were talking about, but at first I thought it was something to do with this green thing.
I'm sure when he gets closer to you, he will have a stinky breath.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, you believe this is a servant of Glacky. Something that has been transformed.
So hopefully still human in his capabilities, but
But a bit of looks like a rotten ready Brett kid.
Yeah.
Isn't it detritus on the floor or next to me? Can I pick up something and kind of toss it through at him?
What time is it?
It's about 10:42 in the morning.
Okay. I'll just shout out, "It's a servant of Galaki. Get out!" And then I'm going to start making my way down the stairs to meet them at the front of the church.
Yeah. I guess. Where is the front? 5.
Yeah, that's the inverted crucifix, isn't it? 5.
It is the inverted crucifix, yes.
Oh, he's coming.
He is.
I am. Once we get to the entrance, I'm going to wait for Ralph.
Okay, I'd like everybody to give me. Let's see. Let's be really cool about this. Give me athletics checks, please. I'm going to set your target based on how well this thing is moving. So let me see.
Is it athletics or is it fleeing?
I was going to say
fleeing. If you have fleeing as a skill, it's fleeing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that, sadly.
So my prediction is sounding right, because I do.
I shall use athletic.
I have set a target number for you. Everybody rolls. Everybody spends as many points as they possibly can.
Absolutely. Well, I know that I started upstairs, so I've probably got further to go, so I'm going to have to get a pretty high score to...
Yeah.
Well, I've only
Okay.
put one into fleeing, so I spent it. I've got more I could have done in athletics, to be honest, but
Yeah, I jumped 3 into that.
You all start running back out of the church. Above you, as you kind of pass into Area 5, you can hear the sound of Ralph's feet padding on the stairs as he comes rushing down to join you. You make it to the front doors of this church as this thing just seems to kind of lurch. 1 minute it seems to be going slow, then the next minute it just seems to speed up and get closer. But as it gets to Area 5, it stops. As you all exit the church,
there's more waiting for us.
you no, actually, quite the opposite. You exit the church and come out on the doorway of a building about 30 yards down the road from the Brichester Arms.
Oh, behave!
Did you remember where we left the car?
I would like you all to make a stability check.
Unbelievable.
42. Oh, look, Ralph is pushing his luck with not spending any because he doesn't have much left.
Oh no, I'm on full 8, but
Oh, you're on full eight.
yeah, if I spent 1, you know,
Well,
I'd lose 1 for nothing basically. So
I
Okay.
spent one thinking that I can't fail at spending 1.
Yeah, that's why I looked at it. I'm glad I did because I would have failed if I didn't.
for me, losing 1 or 2 is not making much difference at this point. So it's like, no.
You kind of steel yourself, kind of look at each other quizzically, and you know, Ralph makes out this, lets out this, oh, come on, you've got to be joking kind of comment. As you kind of look around and you realise, yeah, across the road, just to the right of you, about 20, 30 yards down the road, you can see the Brichester Arms sign. That's just bizarre. You shouldn't be here. You should be a mile or so, 2 miles, you know, further into the town centre.
Were the mushrooms in that meal we had last night? You know, the ones that make you hallucinate or something? Because things aren't behaving properly.
No, there's some weird crap going on here. In fact, I wouldn't say weird, I'd say strange. It's almost like when we were trying to get to the church and we were going around in circles.
Oh, for sure.
Whatever is in that church clearly does not want us going back there.
Personally, I think we need to burn that place to the ground, but that is not natural in any way or form.
No. I'm going to head to the Brichester Arms and I want just a quick stiff drink.
I was thinking the same thing.
I think I need to do some research on what that is before we go back.
Do we all need to look into that? Because would we be able to? Would it make any sense to us if we helped?
I wouldn't. I would also wouldn't mind you looking into this phenomenon of us going somewhere then appearing behind ourselves. Surely, if it's happening to us, it must have happened to somebody else.
Potentially, I suppose.
Giddy go right. We didn't go down to the lake, did we? We came back here. And
You were going to go to the lake after the church.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go for my stiff drink, and then I'm going to go find my car, because that's out there somewhere still, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't leave. You didn't take your car to the church because you couldn't get it to the church.
That's
You had
right.
to park
We left it, we parked it, and then got a taxi. And blindfolded ourselves.
and blindfolded yourselves. Yes, exactly. Okay, stiff drink, not a problem. Find your car.
Yeah.
Because you're driving.
Yeah, it's okay. It's the 1930s. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it is the 1930s. You are fine.
I was thinking more crashing it rather than breaking the law, but
No.
You find your car.
Just
Head back.
Just again, out of interest, what time was it when we reappeared, when we got into the Brichester?
About 11:20.
Because we went to the church at 10.
so we've lost an hour.
Yeah, you've lost about 30 minutes.
So we have potentially travelled, we just don't remember travelling.
Out of character. I can just imagine these little small trapdoors in the ground where, you know, they drug you, put you under, run under the city, and then pop you out of a door.
Well, we could have actually all walked back and just don't remember doing it
Mm.
if the right amount of time has passed. Though,
But appearing out of this door, or that door across there, across the road.
we've proven that that isn't the case with the driving
Mm.
by meeting, by driving along and then coming up behind someone's
Right, I'm just going to make a note in my little notebook about something to ponder on. Now, we'd loaded up the car already, hadn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you don't want to crash the car, because of all the things in the boot, you will then be in serious trouble.
And I've got my fishing gear, so I'm happy.
Yeah, as well as rifles and
Yeah.
yeah, you don't go fishing with rifles.
People fish with dynamite.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay. You've all had your stiff drinks. You've steeled yourself a little bit. You are somewhat puzzled by what is happening. Are you going to make your way to the lake?
Yes, I think. Is that okay with you, Ralph?
Yes, I can continue. I'll need to get some proper reading done. But I suppose we better get up there.
Mm.
Yeah, we can do the researching once it starts to get dark. We can't see much over there.
The journey from Brichester to the lake, 6 or 7 miles across fairly narrow but very empty country roads. You can see the lake to your left as you're driving out of Brichester towards Purton. A huge sort of cratered lake surrounded on all sides pretty much by trees, by dense English forest, oak, pine, mixed evergreen and deciduous. As you pass and head, and then eventually you get to this sort of lakeside street, which appears to be the only way you can kind of turn off the road and get close to the lake itself. As you pull off the road, I presume you're going to pull off and kind of head down this somewhat dirt track, which is what it is. You can head down the dirt track and then follow the road to the southwest side of the lake to the houses, if that is where you wish to go first.
Now, refresh my memory. Are these the houses that Solomon was in when he got speared?
It would appear to be, yes. These are also the houses that
It's a cultist, wasn't it?
cultists. Alfred, sorry. Are you in the front or the back of the car?
I'll be in the front.
Okay. Riding shotgun with...
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's a bit weird, you sitting on the wrong side of the road, on the wrong side of the... Yeah, in a car on the wrong side of the road. Though, that said, you're probably used to it, having been in the Great War.
Yeah.
So as you're coming, you're closest to the lake as you're driving southwards down that dirt track. Ralph, which side of the car are you on?
Lakeside.
The lakeside. You
see Nessie.
Both get the sense as you're driving in and out of the trees, certainly sort of in this part of the lake, the trees all seem to be bent, leaning in towards the lake.
Okay, that's weird.
So all the trees on that side are leaning towards the lake, but it's not from, say, where the wind is coming over the top of the hill, and that's naturally how it happens. Because I know of humans and stuff.
It's the trees on this side of the road, not this side of the road.
Look at the trees. Does it look like they've been uprooted a bit and leaned over?
No.
Or the ground looks level again?
It's just an odd sensation as you're looking at them. You kind of get the sense that the ones, certainly the first 2 or 3 rows in from the lake, are all kind of leaning towards the lake, and maybe even fighting for a view of the lake.
We encounter ants, my head's going to explode.
As you continue down, the houses eventually come into sight.
I don't want to drive right up to them. I want to turn the car around. Does the road just finish at the houses? Or does it...
No, it seems to go all the way around.
Oh, in which case I'll I'll stop a good 20, 30 feet from the houses.
Okay. All right. You can stop 20, 30 feet from the closest house, which would be this one.
Yeah.
Any sign of people about?
No, it seems quiet. Very quiet.
Too quiet.
I'm going to the boot of the car and getting my pistol out.
There is definitely tyre tracks on the road, other than yours.
Ooh.
Recent?
You have forensics, don't you? Give me a spend in forensics. Recent enough that the rains of the past few days have not fully eroded them. But not so recent to have been post the rain, so after the rain.
Okay.
How many nights was it when we had the dream? Was it a couple of nights?
A couple of nights ago,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, it's currently the 29th of January.
I got a couple of eyes.
Yes, I too will get my my pistol out. I'm going to leave my Springfield in the back of the car.
Okay.
But I'll also probably take my saber out as well, after seeing that green monstrosity at the church.
Okie doke.
Yeah, I'm going to carry a hatchet in case we need to break into these houses or anything as well.
Yeah, I'll take my 1911 out.
Okay.
And
You
knife.
all. Which way have you pointed the car?
Towards the houses. If the road's going all the way around, I'll just keep it. So if needs be, we can get to it, gun it, and just go.
Got it.
Does the road go all the way around, did you say?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, I'm going to look at my compass. Is it working properly or?
Compass is working fine.
If something had landed in the water as we kind of envisioned for this type of area, I would expect something to be a bit weird.
Depends when it happened, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the point. We have no idea.
Well, there appears to be 6 houses on a slight. The road is slightly above. It's not above the houses, but it's not quite level with the bottom of the houses either. So to get to the house closest to you, which would be this one, it's a bit of a scrabble down the side of a bank to the front of the houses.
I'm going to get my binoculars out and have a look down before we head down there to see if I can see any sign of life down there. Any movement or...
Each of the houses appears to have an open front door. But there is no sign of movement. But as you kind of pan from one to the next, there's obviously a gap between each of the houses. And as you pan between house 3 and 4, as you're looking at them, you pause. There's something out in the water.
Okay, I'll focus on that.
It looks like... No, it can't be. It looks like a... The only way you can describe it is a stalk coming out of the water with a big eyeball on the top of it that seems to swivel and look right into the binocular lens. I'd like you to make a stability test, please.
I was just going to hand the binoculars over and say, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
So where else did we want to go?
It depends if you're still sane after you try and hand me the binoculars.
Yeah.
Yeah, still sane.
Am I saying things there? Does that look like an eye on the end of stalk, like a crab's eye type of thing?
That was what I was trying to think. What the description would be? Crab's eye, just like a crab's eye.
Where are you looking? I'll look without the binoculars first.
Between house 3 and 4, you can just see the black waters. to you, it looked to be probably somewhere like that, sort of not quite, but not far off the centre of the lake at this area.
If it was a crab, it would have to be massive for me to be able to see it.
Yeah.
If nobody takes the binoculars off me, I'll take another look and see if I can still see it.
Nothing there, just the black water. Figment of your imagination, maybe? Maybe a reflection of a tree?
Weird imagination you've got.
Yeah. Right. Can the binoculars past the lake to the trees on the other side? Are they leaning in as well? Can I tell from here?
I can tell from here. Maybe.
So if I look at the trees this side, do they look like they've grown more than the others behind it, type of thing? You know, like when they're fighting for the sunlight.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just wondering why they're leaning in. Was there something that was helping them grow more?
Can I just... Would it be something akin to, say, for example, if this was a tablecloth and you put something in the middle and it was dragging down, everything else would then close in around, closing around it? Because if
I see what you mean.
Don't like the idea of a black hole in the middle of a lake.
Yeah.
Or a plug.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. But the houses are straight, and that doesn't make sense.
So it's not as if the ground's been dragged.
No. And
They're man-made, though.
the houses are man-made, but also the trees do not predate the lake.
I think anything that was...
you don't know how long the lake's been here, but from what you've read, at least sort of 200-300 years. And there are not that many trees that are surviving in this country that are that old.
Yeah, and if you think it was a meteorite that hit here, wasn't it? So when the lake was formed, it would have destroyed everything around it.
Yeah, and then reseeded, probably.
Okay, my version of the map. Eddie's gone for a swim.
Yeah, he's in the
He's
middle.
in the middle of the lake.
His icon's in the middle of the lake. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Come on in, the water's fine. From the dream that we had, did we see the outside of the house that Solomon was in, or was it? Because it started as they were going towards the building, wasn't it? Or were they inside the building waiting for...
No, they're outside the building near the lake.
Right, so it's the other side. I'm just trying to pinpoint which building it would have been.
Building 4.
Right, okay.
This one.
In which case, not seeing this thing in the lake, and I'm going to say it's probably just a figment of his imagination, but we've seen some weird stuff, haven't we?
Yeah, now I've seen that. I'm putting the pistol back in the boot and getting out the rifle.
No, I can't. I had my saber and a pistol, so rifle. Sorry. So I'm going to head down. Get my torch out, and as we go past each opening of the houses, I'll shine my torch into the entrance.
Okay, you get a sense that the houses, in terms of layout, are identical. Not quite 2 up, 2 down, but pretty identical. As you're shining, your torch into, say, this building 1, the door, as I say, is open. Opens inwards, and it immediately you can see what seems to be a set of stairs going up, and then an opening possibly going into a living room or kitchen or something.
Yeah, I've got no intention of going in any of these at the moment. I just want to see what's inside. We can investigate later.
Right, touch
Okay.
the bayonet to the end of the rifle and join you.
Okay. Well,
The
Any sign of blood anywhere around House 4?
no, you've come in at the back, so you've come down off the road, sort of down the slope. These appear to be the gardens at the back,
Right.
rather than which means you wouldn't be able to see in them, would you? Because the back doors. No, but the back doors would also be open, and the door at the back would be kitchen, as far as you can tell.
right.
Any sounds coming from within the one that went near or anywhere else, like things getting knocked over or voices or anything like that?
Quiet, other than the sound of the wind coming down. Yeah, it's January. The rustle of the bare rustle of the tree branches, the creaking of the tree branches, the lapping of water. You can't hear anything, any voices or any voices. You will hear birds. It's not an area that wildlife seems to have shunned, so you will hear seagulls and things. But you can't see any birds on the water.
Oh, being eaten by that giant crab. Okay, I'll walk into the kitchen.
No, let's go to House 4. I'll call you back soon as I see you moving forward. So let's go to House 4 first. See if that.
I thought that's where we were. I was going to the kitchen at House 4.
We're going from the front then. In that case, from this side, because that's where Solomon went into, didn't he?
Yep.
And then he was stabbed with that spear. So we don't need to go through the whole house. We just look through the front. Not that I'm nervous or anything.
Right. If we're passing between 3 and 4 to get to the front, I'll keep an eye out on the lake.
Okay.
Where I saw the eye.
You pass between House 3 and 4. As you get out to the front, where this cobblestone little path runs from the main dirt track, there are definitely signs of blood on the ground.
A lot?
Well, it's rained.
Sure.
You'll see it. You'll not on the door, not on the ground outside. You'll see it in the doorway of House 4.
Okay. What's the ground like outside the door? Is it soft earth or stone?
It's a mixture of soft earth with a small cobbled path that leads to the front door.
Okay. Any indentations to show the body's fallen here or something?
No, and actually, let me recorrect myself. It's House 3 that has the signs of the fight, not 4.
Ah, right, okay. So,
But that means it wasn't a dream. It was real.
look through the front door. See if there's a blood trail or anything, or whether it's just this area.
Looking into House 3, let me throw a map up. So, this is the front door, obviously. This is the back door. As you're gonna, in order to see in to some degree, you're gonna have to get to the front door and physically look inside.
Yeah, that's fine.
But what you see is, well, first and foremost, this room here, the den or whatever you want to call it, you can't really read the writing, but I think it says den on it looking at my notes. There's probably a living room or a lounge.
Sort of fireplace there, I take it.
Yeah. It looks like there has been a scuffle. There are bits of broken furniture, benches, wood, canvas, some of which you recognise. On a table that has been half smashed and tipped over, well, it's not on the table anymore, but just to the side of a table that has been smashed and tipped over, you can see a familiar typewriter, a piece of paper still stuck inside it. The things that you're looking at in here are some of the same items that you saw in Axum inside the tent. This looks like the EBA's base of operations. The other thing you notice is you've kind of played your torch from the doorway to kind of look inside. There seems to be something written on the riser of the lowest step of the stairs heading up.
I'll go in and take a closer look.
Well, now we know that this is the EBA's thingy, then we need to also start looking for any markings around doorways and things like that, because I know I'd certainly be putting stuff around them.
But we know yours is just a placebo.
Well, I'd suspect that they actually know what they're doing, and I need to learn. I need to learn what I'm doing.
On every riser of the stairs going up, in different colours, is the word "the." So typically most houses have 12 stairs, I think. So there's 12 lots of "the," one on each riser, probably across 4 different colours that alternating.
Does this have anything? Oh God, where's that note that I did?
The paper that's in the typewriter, does that have any words on it?
Are you going to look at it?
Yeah.
Appears to be a letter.
Fans of English punk? I don't know.
It appears to be a letter.
A letter as in lots of writing on it, or a letter as in a single letter?
Lots of writing on it.
Right, okay.
A letter as in a letter.
Take it out and see if I can read it.
Savitry. We have concluded our survey of the Isle beyond Sevenford. The iconography at the site is consistent with those from the Karnak artifacts, but we've dated it as being less than 400 years old. The exact date is hard to pin down, but it's certainly more recent than the construction of the temple itself, which is definitely consistent with 1st or 2nd century Roman construction, which would match the references in Tacitus. We've also completed a full magnetic survey of the island. The signatures are remarkable, but are definitely not consistent with the lyre. Having actually examined the stone here, there are some references in the Revelations that I now think might have a correlation to this site. I'll have to consult your copy when I return to Bangkok, but conversely, I don't think this site can tell us anything about the origins of the Revelations either. As per our original site plan, we're going to proceed to Deepfall Lake. There are a few other avenues of interest which have cropped up here. However, depending on how things go at the lake, we may remain here in England for an extra week. Hussein Solomon. I wouldn't have the signature at the bottom, I guess, because, you know. Well, it might do. The envelope to which this letter is for, not anywhere that you can see.
I must have actually got as far as the envelope. No address at the top of the letter or anything to
No.
take the letter. I'll give it to Ralph, just in case there's anything on there that leaves out. That's you. It's like there's a couple of things referenced in there that I don't recall the names of, but
Yeah, I don't remember what was a vehicle across Tacitus.
Tacitus, or was it
No.
Karnak?
You've not. That name has not popped up at all.
How about Savitri? Have we heard that name before?
Yes,
We have.
I'm sure we have. That isn't that's supposed to be the person in charge of the EVA or something. Or that's in charge of the
What, in Ethiopia?
in Bangkok, isn't it?
Can I spend a point in history
Yeah.
to see? It sounds as though Tacitus. Well, the name sounds Roman, but with it being linked to 2nd century Roman construction, can I recall anything about a Roman called Tacitus that would be useful?
Yeah.
And just, yeah, I found it. Indian woman Savitri. That's her first name.
I
That's
knew I
it.
recognised the name, but I couldn't think where from.
Tacitus, also known as Publius Cornelius Tacitus, was a Roman historian and politician, widely regarded as one of the greatest Roman historians by modern scholars. He wrote 2 books, which he is famous for: the Annals and the Histories, covering a period between 14 AD and so the death of Augustus and the death of Domitian in 96 AD. And a lot of his writings focused on his campaign in Britannia. Contains an early account of persecution of Christians and extra biblical references to the crucifixion of Jesus. The kind of things that he is known for.
Okay, so there's nothing specific that was pertaining. It's just more to do with time and placing it in time.
Yes. So it suggests whatever this temple is, which you think could be the church, was possibly referenced by Tacitus.
You know, on my notes, I've got Savitri as possible one of the inner circle.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
So that implies that either the EBA are part of the inner circle or have been hired by the inner circle.
Exactly. You need to figure out which.
Yeah.
I think I need to start reading the Revelations just so I can tie together what he's talking about here. You know, with the stone and the correlation to the site and what he's actually referring to.
Well, judging by when he said the island, he's obviously been out there, hasn't he?
I'm going to search the rest of this room, see if they've left anything else behind, because they've left in a hurry leaving this stuff behind.
A lot of the stuff is broken, so the typewriter is dinged up and badly damaged, crushed in a corner. Most of the furniture is broken. There's a few little bits scattered around here and there. On the inside, underneath a sleeping bag, you find a smart tailored jacket.
This is almost as though they've gone out to the island, thought there's nothing there, and then they were preparing to leave, and then somebody or something has disturbed them, and they've done one.
Well, the island's not on this lake, is it?
No,
The island's
no.
on the
It's
river.
not on this lake.
So it sounds like they've been to the island, not found anything. Or whether they went out onto the island or not, but then they've come here and found something that they weren't expecting.
They must have been out the island because they did a magnetic scan, didn't they? So
Yeah. Well, let's just suggest they were on the island and found nothing that was relevant to whatever they're looking for, where they talk about not consistent with the liar. So they were looking for something to do with the liar. It seems.
The liar.
then it says they're going to go to the lake
Yeah.
next, which is here.
Yeah, haven't we got something to do with the liar being in the lake or under the lake? Default lake, prisoner, Blackie, possible location. Berkeley Toad could be the prisoner. That's what the AI saw was. That wasn't a toad, sorry. So take a look through the pockets of this jacket. And does it look like Solomon's jacket when we last saw him?
No.
Okay.
It looks more like the Frenchman's jacket.
Okay. Have a rummage through it. See if there's any indication as to who the Frenchman is or any belongings. Like school coats when we were kids where we had our name written in the inside, something that would give us a clue.
I've just realised this doesn't work when you read the information. No, so there's nothing of I know I threw that in because I thought there was going to be something relevant in there, but turns out right this second there is nothing of relevance in there.
Okay.
And there's no metal statue of Solomon with a spear stuck through him.
No.
No.
I'll go and take a look in the bathroom.
Take a look at the...
Bathroom. That's off. Oh, is that upstairs?
No, that is downstairs.
Right, okay. Yeah, I'll open the door from the den to the bathroom and take a look in.
Okay. It looks like they've tried to make it a usable bathroom. There is an old, slight verdigris copper bath in here. Several buckets of water. And yeah, that's about it.
Nothing in the bath? A body?
No, nothing in the bath. No body. No nothing.
Look in the buckets of the water. Anything unusual about them? In case they came from the lake. Anything in them apart from
There's
just
nothing
water?
in the water. No.
I'm going to guess, is it a bath that you have to heat the water somewhere else and bring it in buckets? Is it
Yeah.
that type? Yes. So I'm assuming they were going to have a bath, and are they full of water? You said.
The buckets are,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
There's
So
only
I'm
four
assuming
buckets.
they were going to have a bath, and then they were prepping a bath, and it's now full of cold water because they didn't get to it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just wondering if the water's come from the lake, is there something weird in the water?
Doesn't
So I was-
appear to be.
Put your hands in it.
No, thank you.
Drink it. No.
I could carry the bucket and throw it at you.
That's catch me.
I've got 3. You haven't.
Yeah, I haven't got any points in Flea left, but I've got plenty of athletics. And as my friends did, they shot somebody in the leg just to slow him down so that I could catch up. Okay, I'll open the door to the kitchen.
Okay. Again, several. There'd be an area in here for cooking, and there's definitely a fire has been prepared in the cooking area. There's several pots and pans that have been scattered around, mostly travel pots, right? You know, where you've got the little cans where the metal handles fold inside, so that kind of thing, scattered around the table in here. There's probably bits of food and stuff. It's definitely rotten.
Yeah, what's the food looking like in the pantry?
There isn't. Pantry's empty.
Okay. So
It's empty bare shelves. What food is in the kitchen is definitely rotting.
can we work out how many days out it is, depending on what the food is?
5, roughly speaking.
No sign of a fight in here, though.
No, the
Just
fight seems to be confined to the den area and the door.
Those stairs off the kitchen, are they going down or up?
They're going down.
Ella.
Okay, I'll get out my flashlight. Well, actually, open the door, see if there's a light switch. If not, then I'll flashlight and head down.
Your flashlight. Get the flashlight out anyway, just in case the light goes off.
Good point. Yeah.
I'll follow with you on this.
Okay. You carefully head down the stairs. They are creaking, and in places there are a couple of holes in them. It looks fairly recent, where maybe somebody's put a foot through what is rotting, rotting wood.
Yeah, I'll be
But
careful.
down the bottom, you have a unfinished dirt floor cellar, approximately half the size of the house. So kind of where the line across between the den and the kitchen is, everything, if you look at this map to the north, so where the kitchen, the pantry, etc., is what appears to be a rather large cellar.
Okay. Was there a light switch, or is it just torchlight?
Torchlight.
Okay. I shall shine it around the edges to get a feel for the size of it and see what's on the.
There are size-wise, it's a decent size. It's
Shelves, anything like that, or is it just an open floor?
it's an open. This one's an open floor.
Okay.
And the way I said that says, if you go in another one, maybe another one isn't an open floor. Just realised how I said that, how it sounded. It's just an open floor. There's a couple of, probably 4 pillars keeping the upper floor weight distribution. Dirt floor, unfinished. The walls themselves are rough brick, matching the brick exterior of the building.
So it's kind of like what was in that barn in was it
Yeah,
Los
that's what I was
Angeles?
thinking.
Yeah.
Anything in here? Like, are they storage
no.
or anything?
Nothing.
Shine my torch on the floor. Any markings, like
No.
they've drawn a circle or something silly like that?
Nothing.
Anything on the rafters?
No. So the only thing that's I suppose on the floor under the stairs would be a couple of pieces of broken wood.
Yeah, I was just.
Other than that, that's the only thing.
Okay, I'll head back out again.
Can I open the secret door?
What secret door?
The front of the house where the altar is. In the shop.
There is no secret door.
Yeah, the way to that is through the fireplace. We've got to find the lever that turns this and opens the secret door that you can go down.
Exactly.
So I'll go upstairs.
Okay. As I say, every step going upstairs has the word "the" scrawled on it in alternating colours.
I'll try not stand on the words so I don't scuff them out or anything.
Yeah, okay. As you go up, quick cursory glance. Every room that you can see has something scrawled on it.
Apart from the word "the."
Apart from the word "the."
The helix, the laughter. The
That's stolen.
scent. That they have stolen.
Oh, books. Bottom.
Like books
Yeah.
there, yeah.
But what's the? Is that written backwards or no? JRUJ. T.
J.
Oh,
JK.
No, that's truth. Just
Oh,
in
yes,
Dodgy
truth.
script.
Yeah.
Helix. The laughter.
They have stolen the books. No, yeah. They have stolen the books. And what's the top left one? Helix?
Helix, that looks like. It's the top right one I'm struggling with.
Saw.
Yes.
Is that laugh?
Yeah, laughter in the top.
Laughter, right?
It's not laughter.
No, I was going to say it's laugh, but then it's got the. Is that it's Q?
Look at your note.
Q.
LAUGH.
Lawton?
Oh, Lawton.
Is it
Well
Lawton?
done.
Looks like it.
Yeah. So Helix. Oh, Felix is that? Could be Felix. Lawton saw.
That way.
Helix is right.
All right. So Helix, Lawton saw they
Oh,
have stolen the books.
They have
Yes, stolen the books.
books.
What's that? Is that
Truth. The truth.
JHE? Was that? No. The
Helix Lawton saw the truth that they had stolen books.
Yeah.
So green first and then grey.
That's Helix Lawton.
So the grey, although it's grey on here, is actually a slightly phosphorescent silver, which to your eye, Ralph, appears to be some sort of cellular metal. The green is phosphorescent and has a very, when you kind of pull your torch over the word and then take your torch away, it leaves that like slight phosphorescent fade. The other thing, the door into the master bedroom looks to both Joseph and Alfred, based on your backgrounds, as though somebody has taken an axe to it and basically carved their way through it with an axe.
Okay.
Does Helix Lawton sound familiar to anyone? It doesn't me.
No.
So that could also it could be. I think Helix Lawton saw the truth that it could be us that have stolen books because
We've got
What's
Lawton
that was
here.
called?
Lawton, 1805. He was the leader of the cult, wasn't he?
Ah.
Yep.
I had Thomas Lee as the cult leader.
Thomas Lee was the cult leader. You've
That's
not
right.
really investigated Lawton.
Wasn't
Because
he?
remember, in order to investigate Lawton, you would have to go to the Royal Society in London to find his diaries.
Oh, that's right. So, is it Joseph Lawson?
Correct.
Yep.
So it could read, Lawton saw the helix truth. Which I think is a very strange phrase, but there you go.
Lost all my notes.
Lawton saw the truth helix.
Can't believe I just lost all my notes.
Oh, you haven't.
I have.
What have you done?
They've all just gone.
Control Z work?
They were in sticky notes.
And what's happened to sticky notes?
It doesn't save, it just updates, doesn't it, automatically?
Does it save to cloud or anything?
I don't think so.
Oh no. Quick, somebody write all their notes for Soren.
It's all deleted right back to session 1.
See, I don't have any notes. I just random names that I spew out every now and again that look good.
There's got to be an undo on something like that, I would have thought.
No.
Sticky note or OneNote?
Sticky note.
I use OneNote.
I use Notepad.
I tell you what, that's a good juncture to have a quick 10-minute break, actually. I could do with a drink. I'll let you puzzle that for a second while I go and grab a drink.
Here we go. According to this, launch a Microsoft Outlook application on your device or log in via Outlook website. Then assign to the same accounts you use your sticky notes. On the left sidebar, click the deleted items folder. Check if your lost notes are in the list. So sticky notes you want to recover, then click the restore button.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a completely deleted note. This is stuff in an actual. Yeah. So it's wiped it, saved it. As soon as you do something, it updates.
Yeah, I would have thought there'd be a. What's the word?
What, like a pre-save?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have thought. I would have thought there'd be a history. I would have thought
Yeah.
there'd be a history.
Use file history to recover sticky notes on Windows 10. So, okay, use file.
offers you backs up very, very regularly, doesn't it? That's why I have paper. Ooh. Yeah, mine varies depending what time of night it is. With the blood. I thought you said there was a lot of blood, like he was drained. Or did I mishear that? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've got anything in medicine.
Have you got first aid? Spend
Yeah.
a point.
Do you want me to give you a hand? 'Cause I have first aid as well.
And got a decent roll.
You've seen worse blood loss in the trenches, for sure. But this is by no means a small cut either. It would be a significant wound, but in and of itself,
Survivable.
if you could staunch the wound, the blood that you can see here is not enough to kill somebody. You hear a bang, like a door slamming.
Where from?
Outside.
Outside. Rush outside.
Yeah, gonna run down these stairs.
Okay.
Still trying to avoid standing on the woods if I can. So down the side or slide down the banister or whatever.
Going out. Well, you'd have been downstairs in the hallway to assess the blood.
Yeah, true.
So as you hear the bang, you rush outside, out the front to that small cobbled path. Glancing around, doesn't seem anything. Hang on a minute. That door, number 4, the fourth house along, is now closed. It wasn't.
Go out.
Head over to the doorway. Is there any blood on the floor outside here?
No.
Okay.
Number 4 have just got back with Chippy, haven't they?
We need to burst in and see if they've got any spare.
Any scraps?
Yeah.
Okay.
Try and open
It's
it.
exactly, the houses are all the same, so I'm not changing. So the map is identical, by the way. So.
Yeah. I shall try and open the door.
All right. Well, the door will open. The door flies open, and the first thing you see, bent over in here, an individual wearing a rather nicely tailored suit.
Solomon.
Mr. Solomon.
Yes. Are you calling out, Mr. Solomon?
Yeah. But
Back out.
Yeah.
He turns and looks at you. There is a slight greenish pallor to his skin.
Oh, crap. Does he have a hole in his chest?
There is a stain in his rather nice linen jacket and a bit of material that seems to be kind of bursting out, actually would be inwards. And then, yes, there is a large amount of, where at the front where his jacket is, it would be white, it's got a big red stain down there. And he turns.
Shoot
He
him.
lumbers towards you.
Right away, shoot him.
Shoot him. All right. Go for a shot.
Yeah, I was going to say, the rifle, it's got the bayonet on it, so I can keep him at bay.
Let me pull his character sheet up. Okie doke. All right. So your target threshold is 3.
How far away is he?
He counts as close range, but he's not engaged.
Right, because I've got a rifle, I'm just wondering, is it too close for the rifle? Or...
No, you can shoot him.
I shall shoot him.
I shall find the rules for shooting because we've only done it once before, I think.
Yeah.
I'm trying one it.
Yeah.
+3 is point blank, +1 close range.
So yeah, you're at close range, so you get a +1. Let me just double check, see what it defines as point blank.
Back with the rifle.
Now, do I use a firearms skill to do this, or?
Fire.
You're not
Sure.
doing your equipment.
Yeah, I was looking for the equipment. I've got to add dice. So okay, we'll do it this way.
So the target's 3, but did you get anything for being in excess of that?
Yeah, I think that determines the damage you do. Extra damage, I think. I'll double check in a minute. Oh no, I might be confusing myself. So you count as close So within 10 yards of each other.
So what's point blank then?
Point blank is literally face to face, within easy arm's reach. He will close to point blank at the end of your rounds of actions.
Okay.
You fucking won't.
Okay, so let us do this. All right, you immediately pull out your pistols and shoot him.
Yeah, I'm using the rifle because it's got the bayonet on it. That's what I had in hand.
Okay.
So did we determine from the rules what excess would do?
There isn't excess.
So we just basically need to get 3 with
Yes.
and the +1 on the back here is for damage, not for to hit. Yeah.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so looking at this, Joseph, you squeeze off a round with your pistol. It hits him. I don't think he can dodge.
Yeah, I'm hitting with a heavy rifle and I'm doing less damage than you lot with the pistol.
Close range, probably. I remember. Does your damage get higher the further away it is?
No idea.
Right, hold on.
Well, saying that, my Springfield at point blank does +3, and then it's +1 across the board everywhere else.
Yeah. That's what I'm using.
The rifle just goes to long range, whereas the pistol doesn't.
To do so, make a damage roll, rolling a dice, which is then modified according to the relative lethality of your weapon as per the table. Yeah. Firearms add an additional point +2 when fired at point blank range. Shotguns are considered heavy firearms at point blank range, so get an extra +1. Shotguns are nasty. Final damage is okay. Simple, straightforward. All right, so let's go through this. Right, Joseph, you squeeze off a round first. You will hit with a 4, and you will do 6 points of damage. Minus its armor.
That could be where the heavy comes in. It probably does.
Okay. The round goes into his shoulder. It doesn't seem to slow him. He continues to advance. Alfred, you also squeeze off a round, hitting him. Your round just seems to kind of do nothing.
Is that heavy? Does it do more because it's heavy?
Is it heavy?
Yeah, it's a rifle.
Does it have the heavy trait?
Yes. If you look at the roll, it's a Springfield rifle, heavy firearm.
Yeah, that's why you've got a +1.
Yeah.
So that's your base heavy. That's
okay.
the base heavy. You get an extra +2 if you're short range.
So it's still tickled. Right, okay.
Yeah, it's because you rolled a 1 for damage, didn't you? I rolled a 4 for damage.
Yeah.
How the hell does Ralph get to 8?
I don't know.
Oh, you've rolled it at point blank, so you wouldn't be at point blank. So it'd be 6.
Yeah, mine rolled at point blank as well.
Yeah, it does by default.
Okay, so... All right, so...
right, you can click it. You can take 2 points off from me.
Yeah, I've done that, and I'm going to... 5, 6, I'm going to do... Yeah, okay. So as you all bang, 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 you immediately squeeze off rounds as this green, glowing Solomon sort of lurches, spins, and begins to advance towards you. Then, at a blink of an eye, it closes in on... Do I go for Medi?
To be fair, it would probably be me because I opened the door.
You open the door. It closes in on you and goes for a slash with his hands, which seem to be rather nasty looking. Oops.
Does he impale himself on the bayonet? 'Cause it's aimed at him.
He's going to hit. So he's now considered point blank range to you. And do you have any armor? I don't think you do you? No.
I know.
You wouldn't do. No. So he hits you for 3 points of damage
I'm wearing mithril.
as he claws into you.
Okay.
Hang on a second.
Now, he's basically got a bayonet in him to make steady the gun, and I pull the trigger. That should punch out holes, right?
Okay. Next round then. So you would normally go in athletics order, I believe.
Maximum athletics or your current athletics?
It's
Oh.
mine says combat order scuffling.
Okay.
Mine says athletics.
Oh, where are you looking for that? Oh, combat order weapons. So I'm 8 on mine.
Yeah, everybody needs to select one thing, I think. Hang on, let's have a look at the order. It's not very obvious.
I've got. So it's a drop-down menu in the combat order of
That's
athletics,
right.
firearms, scuffling weapons.
Does it depend what you're using?
Yeah, I think it might do.
So in which case my firearms is 8. $100.
That 8 maxed or 8 left?
8 max, 6 left.
Right, okay. I don't know whether it goes in left or max.
When I rolled 5 there, and technically did 6 damage, did that do anything? It didn't, did it?
You hit him, yeah.
Or did it slow him?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Okay, carry on. No, that's fine.
It's not fine, he hit me.
So I'm just reading something because it's not massively clear how this works. All right. Anyway, so if you right click and put yourself on the combat tracker.
Right, click on what?
Oh, you haven't got a token, have you? Right.
Hang on. Can you... Oh, no, you can't.
Let's do this way then. You're all on the combat.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I was
You're
going to say, click on your picture, can't you?
Yeah. Just right click on combat tracker.
Yeah. I've got it's here in the top left corner.
Yeah, that's fine. I've got you up there. Don't worry. Okay, so the first to act next round will be Joseph.
Yeah.
Joseph, at this point, he's probably still not quite
close range for me, but it's close range for Alfred.
Point blank for me because he's just.
yeah, he's not quite point blank, but he does count as point blank for Alfred.
Unleash hell.
That does not mean that you shoot through me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Again, you hit him, and you do some damage. Your damage, though, doesn't seem to be hurting. You know, the bullets are going into him, but he's still going.
we need fire.
He turns and lumbers to you, Joseph.
Oh,
and goes to hit you. Whoops. He hits, but you hastily raise your weapon and kind of push him off as he hits you. Clawing, just can't get through your weapon guard. Basically does no damage. Then we go to Ralph.
Backing up towards the front door. As part of that.
You look like anti.
Say again?
Backing up towards the front door.
Yeah, back up towards the front door, yeah.
And I'll pop a shot up if I can.
Okay, you can pop a shot at him, no problem.
Yeah, that's done the same thing, and I had that as one. Now another 6. I know, so a 4.
Another 4. Okay.
But it resets it every time you roll it.
Yeah, I think so.
But why is that 2 come from then?
no, right. If you click it, if you go into your weapon, you got damage. The 2's highlighted, isn't it? Click on the one next to it, and that'll highlight that one. That's what you roll from.
No, I had the +1 highlighted, and then I added 1, and then rolled it. But then it's popped it. I'm sure it's reset it.
The +1, the close range.
Yeah.
I don't know where your extra damage is coming from.
I don't
Your
either.
bullets.
Weird.
Unless it's reset when it changed tabs. I don't know. But anyway, it's 4
Yeah,
damage.
it does.
So
It resets
does
whenever
nothing.
you change tab. So if you want to spend points in your firearms, just click on the plus next to the dice symbol on your firearms.
Oh, I did, but I must have forgot to read. Not
Yeah,
noticed that the 1 went to 3. So.
No worries.
But
No
4
worries.
damage, which is going to be neither in or there.
No, it wounds him. He's looking a bit ragged. And then we finally finish up with Alfred.
So he's no longer in.
I would say he's probably point blank between. He's probably kind of like point blank between the two of you.
Right, okay. In which case, I will.
I could put you on tiny on the map, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
It's no point.
So I shall point blank there.
Nice shot.
That's with the heavy rifles on.
Lovely.
He staggers backwards a little bit as you shoot him again with your heavy rifle. We'll go to the next round. Top of that round. He's going to go first. What is he going to do? Okay. He's going to do that. And that. So he's going to do that.
Chaps, let's get to the car and run him over.
Okay. He grabs out at. One second.
Roll a dice.
Alfred.
Again.
What's Alfred's hit threshold? 3. 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hits. Does 1 point of damage. And grabs you, pulling you in like a human shield. Joseph.
The heck. Right, seeing him pull Alfred in like that, I'm going to step to the side and fire at the same time. So I'm firing behind Alfred.
Okay. Your hit threshold this time is 4.
I'm close range though now, aren't I?
You are close range.
Oh, point blank even, sorry. Am I point blank?
Point blank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 7 points now.
Okay. Oh, you rolled.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Jesus Christ, can you guys get anything less than 5s and 6s on your dice?
I did it my first dice. And we've lost him.
It lasted longer that time.
Yeah.
Was that a different camera?
Don't know. No, different USB, wasn't it? It was USB 3.
There was me wondering why you'd all gone quiet.
We hadn't.
Don't say anything.
And more to the point, I've come back in and it's silenced everything. Okay. Yeah, you hit him and you do... Okay. This time, you kind of bring your rifle up, squeeze off a round that goes straight through Solomon's head. The point blank range, you not only watch, but hear as the head is kind of whipped to the side, and there is a cracking of bone as the neck breaks under the pressure of the bullet, and also there is a spray of blood and brain against the side wall. He drops, he kind of falls backwards, pushing Alfred away from him as he collapses to the floor.
That's like I was expecting blood and brains all over me then.
Yeah, no, that's why I stepped to the side.
He specifically said he stepped to the side. If he didn't, you would have been.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he still moving, or is he...
No, he is not moving. He is laying there, and there is a pool of blood growing from the head wound.
I'm just going to shoot him again.
Yeah, I was just going to say, is it healing up again?
All right. You shoot him again.
I'm moving away before he shoots again.
Okay.
Just to make sure I'm not in the way.
He misses. The round goes into the floor.
Ricochets up and goes through my head. Right, I'm just going to back away.
Okay. You back away.
As I'm backing away, I'm going to say, is it worth searching his pockets?
Probably.
Probably. Now, hold this. Hand over the rifle.
Yeah.
I'll start looking through.
Okay. Searching his pocket. Let's have a look. He does have something in it. I just need to figure out myself what it is that's in there. One second.
And while you're fumbling around, I'll take a moment just to reload.
There is a small notebook. Where the frickin' heck is it? Sorry, I'm just looking for his notebook. Surely. Okay. Ah, there it is. Not. Just so you can easily. So it says Ralph, Brichester Arms, room 718, Bellboy Arnold Rosehill. Remind Alex to check the window locks in Fajol's room, Ruby Cocktail.
He's crap at taking notes, isn't he? He's not giving us any clues here for what the hell's going on.
Why already said the bellboy's name?
That Arnold Rosehill would be the bellboy of Brichester Arms.
Maybe we can chat to him at some point.
What the hell was Ruby Cocktail?
Ah, crikey. I don't know if you noticed, but there are 6 pages of notes.
Yep.
Yeah, I just saw the second page.
I hadn't seen that until just now. I'll try and copy them all into text chat because.
I've got the name of somebody else, Fajol.
I don't know why Ralph's names keeps appearing at the top of all this. Yeah, that last second to last sentence. We will retrieve that which was stolen. We think.
Hang on, that's in line with what? Yeah. He's being led as well.
But that'll be after the death, perhaps. Maybe that's something he's written after he was changed.
Yes, it definitely seems to be later. So, there you go. You have a dead Solomon.
Anything else in the room? If he came into this house, was there a room?
So yeah, straight away. So the den is very. has been cleaned. And there's patches where the floor had fallen through, have been patched over. There is a rather nice lounge chair in here. Looks very new.
Anything unusual about it? If we look at it, like his stitches been removed, or there's hidden part in it where it's been cut, or
No.
okay.
Very nice lounge chair. The kitchen has a bed set up in it at a cockeyed angle in the middle of the kitchen, crisp sheets and blankets neatly tucked around the mattress. And if you look in the bathroom, there is a brand new electric refrigerator in the bathtub, not plugged in. Food inside, rotting. And in the master bedroom, there are 3 toothbrushes and a disassembled razor that have been laid out very carefully and precisely on the floor in front of the windows overlooking the lake.
Laid out in what sort of way?
Just 3 toothbrushes sat next to each other in a perfect straight line.
Right.
One next to each other.
So dying and coming back gave him OCD.
It would appear so. But was he really dead? I mean, come on. He was walking around. How could he be dead?
Well, that's
The big hole in his
Red.
chest, didn't we say?
Yeah, and the bit that you read about something about them dying and then getting kissed or something like that. There was something that implied that's basically once they're dead, they come back.
So on the 22nd of January, their equipment was destroyed, and they thought it was possibly us.
That's how it reads.
Were we even here on the 22nd? What days are we now?
I think we arrived on the 25th, didn't we?
Yeah.
No, 21st. We arrived in
Yeah,
the 24th.
you got the books on the 25th. So you might have arrived around about the 22nd.
It's 21st. I've got it written at the top. 21st of January, arrived in London.
Okay. So you arrived in London on the 21st and you went
25th we got to Bridechester.
to Richester on the 25th, so they wouldn't know. No, really? You only been here for 4 days?
Yeah, not been here long.
Okay. Felt a lot longer than that.
A lot's happened.
So actually that date then, because the dates aren't necessarily correct based on what's written here and versus the actual dates that you arrived, probably says 125.
Well, hang on. I've got... Do you know, my problem is I've written the dates of each session on the top of a page as well.
So you arrived Cairo to Bristol was 7 days. You actually arrived here on the 13th. You've been here nearly 3 weeks. Believe it or not.
Doesn't sound right.
Yeah. I rarely actually write the date on, but I did for.
I did write the date on. Unfortunately, it's gone.
But no, I've got here. Hang on, Cairo, 16th of Jan, London, 21st of Jan.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's what I said. I've got 21st of Jan for London.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, 13th of Jan, arrival 21st. So you probably got here on the 22nd.
Did we not have an overnight in London and look at some stuff there?
Yeah, that would have been the 21st, 22nd, I guess.
So I wonder if the equipment that's destroyed was typewriters and things.
No,
Yes.
because it said, didn't say fourth house, equipment established in fourth house.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the other one we were just in.
That's the one you were just in.
Oh, so, right, sorry.
There's one other thing in this house, easy to miss, and it's only because this house is tidier that you see it, and it is this.
Wasn't someone...
Well, that's pretty.
Right. You haven't got all 6, but if you start at the top left and work your way across, you've got the 3rd one and the 4th one. There's no way I could hide these.
So top right, bottom left.
Top right, bottom left, yeah, are the 2 that you found. And Ralph, you recognise these. It says here, Aklo. You recognise these as very much out of place. They should not be here. It is Aklo, an ancient language. You recognise it as Aklo characters, but occult alone does not give you enough to figure out what they say or what they mean. What you know, though, is that the symbols express not just passive meaning, but actively viral memetics.
And where are these?
These were
Are they on paper? Or...
No, they're on the wall.
On the walls, right? Okay. Well, I need to copy them down.
Yeah,
Camera.
no worries.
Take
So
camera pictures.
take photos.
Yeah, it's the 3rd one on the top row, isn't it? The 1st one on
Yeah.
the bottom row.
Correct. Effectively, what you're looking at are the 48 unveilings, specific expressions of the Aklo language. The unveilings are of various lengths, and it's said that a gate is cleared after every 6th unveiling. The order of the unveilings is not set. Thus, there are plenitude of potential gates and orders in which the gates may be cleared, creating a vast variety of specific effects from those exploring the paths of the unveilings.
That's why I'm the grunts, because that makes no sense to me.
That makes 2 of us. Was Sudoku around at this time?
Makes 3 of us.
Yeah. So there would be much more, but Ralph is going to need to dig into various books to find out. These will need a little bit more effort to understand what their meanings and implications are.
I'm assuming it's going to be occult cryptography and probably a lot of reading.
Actually, Cthulhu mythos is required to translate them,
Okay, fair enough. Spend that as well.
which is going to cost sanity.
Yeah. It's a good job I didn't... sanity or stability?
Sanity.
Oh, fuck that. Sorry, guys, game over. We're done
Game
here.
over, man.
I didn't realise I was reading beforehand. Sanity loss is caused when you use Cthulhu mythos. So you don't get it when you gain it. You lose it when you don't lose it when gaining. You lose it when using.
Yeah.
You're going to be clinging on to some pillars very
At one
soon.
point in cryptography, that could have helped you, but I ain't got anything in Cthulhu Mythos or occult or anything, so...
As far as you can tell, though, other than the fact that this house has had some semblance of tidiness applied to it, there is nothing else here. The cellar again has been swept, but there is nothing down inside the cellar.
Wasn't Solomon killed with a spear to the chest or something?
Yeah.
He was, and he does indeed have a large hole in his chest.
No sign of the spear anywhere.
Nope.
Okay.
But also,
It's in the lake with that crab.
Yeah. If you remember the dream, did we all have the dream? Was it just me?
You all had the dream.
Yeah,
I think.
so
No, maybe it's just you.
No, if you remember, I told you about the dream where he felt like he was turning to metal, which is strange. So he was stabbed by something else. They ran off.
There is no sign of metal on his body.
Right. Alfred, just come outside and see where he came from. See if there's any tracks of where he came from.
Okay.
Because he wasn't visible outside when we came in.
He wasn't.
He's not wet or anything, like he's come out the lake.
No.
That's what I was aiming for, is if you'd look for his footprint, see where he's come from, whether the lake or...
Could have been in the cellar, I suppose.
We find a grave that he's just climbed out of. I just had a mental image of Michael Jackson's Thriller then, and the zombies walking along. That's a point. Yeah, he could have been inside and just shut the door from the inside.
Yeah, could have been upstairs when we walked past, or in the back room, or in the cellar. Could be anywhere, couldn't it?
Having it done.
Yeah,
He could have
that's
been
wrong.
upstairs organising his shaving kit and saw us through the window.
And that is one possibility, because he would see you from that window.
I'll have a quick look outside, see if there is any sign of tracks, like he's just gone in. But
No, because every door has a cobblestone path to it, leading down to the main cobblestone path that leads up to the dirt track. So
there's no many footprints from him walking on the dirt and then leaving it behind.
Doesn't appear to be.
Okay. I'm going to go down to the next house, see if there's anything different about that.
Okay, you're going to go to house number 2. Right, hold on, let me just get the house map back up. So, you've checked that house, that's number 4. That's number 3. So you're going to go to number 2 or number 5?
Number 2.
Okay. Number 2 is pretty... It's definitely showing signs of being unused and not actually having any real signs of activity for quite some time. The couple of things, when you search the place, there are 2 things that strike you. Well, first and foremost, in the same location as in the other 2 houses, you find the top middle of the Acklo unveilings.
Okay.
The 9th to 16th. 9th.
Number 2.
Yeah, number 2. Yeah, you find the number 2 of that. The second thing is, in the closet upstairs, there is a large dark stain on the blood on the floor, which to Alfred's eye looks remarkably like blood, and a lot of it. That probably was enough to kill whoever lost it. And then the final thing is, wedged between the floorboards of the den is a piece of paper.
Ooh.
Toilet paper, isn't it?
So this says, hold on, again, I can copy and paste this for you because it's a nightmare to read.
This is reading doctor's notes. Come and find me in my place between the trees. There I'll dream until there is no dream to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually reading that right. Okay, I'm not going to bother anymore.
Or here, or no. It rises from below. It knows your heart, blood's flow. Within the 5th dimension gulf, it pulls your dreams and echoes hard. From daytime light they shine, lest the green decay take hold. Leave now you must, or it will call the tomb herd from its place beneath the temple of Brichester. They'll turn the road back, turn it back, turn it back, turn it back, turn it back. Turn it back, 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 turn it back.
Baby back, baby back, baby back.
Wow, so he knows what's happening about the church then.
I was going to say, that's just described what's been happening to us.
Correct. Yes.
And what do they call it?
We've also got less the green decay from daytime's light they shy. Is that why it didn't come out outside the door?
Correct.
We'll call the tomb herd, which will be that thing, that green priest thing, perhaps?
Maybe.
Yeah, it rises from below. It knows your heart blood's flow. I'm hoping that's not what I saw in the water.
Maybe looks over his shoulder to see if it's going to get him.
There's nothing where the dog's trying to scratch herself, but she's next to the little table we've got here, and it's just like bang, bang, bang.
One of these days, he's going to be engrossed in something going on in this, and his wife's going to come over and put her hands on his shoulder, and he's going to shoot himself.
I've had that already. I was playing the very first Aliens game, which was very atmospheric, and first person one.
Very good. Right.
Okay, that's all you find in here. Nothing else. Again, the cellar is bare, nothing in it. I'd say upstairs, other than the echo unveiling and the blood stain, there is nothing else in house 2.
I'll take a photo of the unveiling again.
Yeah.
Bloodstain, I'm assuming that's where they kept Sulman. But bloodstains, because there was no bloodstains in the other houses to beyond the initial bit.
Unless there's somebody else, because...
Yeah.
This bloodstain is old.
Could be pre
recent events.
In fact, we don't know if this scrap of paper how old this is.
No. Is the paper yellowed?
Yes. Yes.
So there's nothing to do with us, but it describes what's happened to us perfectly.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
And it also refers to it as a temple of Bridechester rather than the church.
When it says, "Come and see me, find me in my place between the trees,"
Yeah.
are the tombs between the trees?
Yeah,
Yes,
there's
they
trees
are.
across the lake, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe check out the rest of the houses, then check out the tomb.
Yeah.
Okay. Next house. That'll be house 1, won't it?
House 1.
Yeah.
House 1 is empty. The only thing different with House 1 is the cellar has caved in on itself, and parts of the inside of the house, like the kitchen area, has collapsed inwards. So most of the back of House 1 is inaccessible. There is nothing of interest in House 1.
No more of those symbols or anything.
Yeah, there is the first symbol. Yeah, that's upstairs.
Right, take a photo of that.
Yeah,
That'll
no
be-
worries.
See if we can get the full set. So that's first. Is it first, second, third, fourth? We got now.
Yeah, we've got to get the 5th and 6th now.
Yeah. So 5th and 6th house.
Which one do you want to go for first? Fifth.
Yeah, might as well go in order.
Okay.
Actually, before I go over there, I'm going to see if I can treat the wounds that I've got from Zulman.
Okay, you want to give yourself a bit of first aid?
Yeah.
Well, why don't I do you and you do me? Because I'm missing a
Nah.
punch. And Ralph can watch.
This is not.
Give me the camera.
This is neither the time nor place, Mister.
Yeah. This is not Kurgan and Ember.
Okay, just so you know.
How injured are you anyway?
At one point.
Okay.
I think I'm down to 8 because of the. Hang on, is that from when?
I'm sure it's from Africa.
Why's my health 8? Oh, was it when I got attacked in the library?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I should double check. Hold on a second.
We do heal some back because I've done it to Maddie before now. But I don't know how much.
That was my cat bite.
And that was you getting shot on the train.
Oh, sorry, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, cat bites. Yeah, that's nothing. That was your fault.
Okay, so if anybody's using first aid, right, you can't. Whilst your health is positive, you can't actually use first aid. Well, you can.
Oh.
No, go for it. You can do it. You're healing yourself. For every point of first aid you spend, you gain 1 point. If you're healing somebody else, you gain 2 points. They gain 2 points.
There we go. So how many are you short of?
5.
So if I do 2, that'll put you at 4. Oh,
Okay, so is it how many points you spend or what you actually roll?
How many points you spend?
Right, okay, so I've still only gained 4 points.
yeah, I've given you 4.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you heal naturally through sleep?
You heal 2 points for a day for non-strenuous activities. So you'd have certainly gained 2 back on the Sunday when you kept in touch with your
We
family.
did rest, didn't we? Yeah.
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 Well, in which case, you don't need to do anything for me, do you, to waste any points?
Ah, right, okay.
I'll be on at least 10.
Yeah.
So I'm only down 1. I'm not sure whether I'd have gained a 1 through natural sleep at some point.
I can't undo the first aid anyway, so you've got that.
No, you can. If you go back to edit, and just can reallocate your things there.
Yeah, reallocate points, yeah. Okay, House 5. Again, bottom middle of the Acklo unveilings. Let me throw them back up on the screen for you, just to remind you. You've got everything but the 6th one. In the same place upstairs, but the rest of the upstairs is empty. Likewise, down the main downstairs is also empty of anything interesting. It is dusty, shows some signs of exploration, but not a lot. The interesting thing, though, is when you head down to the basement. Near the base of the stairs, open at the top and front, sides joined by a piece of cord, which can serve as a handle for carrying it, is a small bookshelf.
Ooh.
On the bookshelf, there is a single dusty, yellowed book.
It's just the Gideon Bible. They're everywhere.
I'm going to back out the way in case the yellow is something fungal, like last time.
Okay. What is this book?
It is a handwritten volume of the Revelations of Glaaki.
Which volume?
It's the omnibus edition. It's got them all in it.
This doesn't seem to have a volume. Rather, it's a holographic notebook. on the back page bears the imprint for Yellow Tree Books.
Right, let me just scroll back up to his notes that we got because he mentions the Yellow Tree Books.
Well, that's where we got
But
the
Revelations 2.
bookshop.
Yeah, that's where I got my stuff from, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the bookshop.
Yeah, but in the notes we picked up from Solomon, he said Yellow Tree Books, Revelations, 2 volumes.
Was it that they had 2 volumes?
Yes.
So how many did I get?
1.
Okay. I just got the 9, didn't I?
You got 9, 12, and you found another one in the church, didn't you?
Yes. No, we found 9 in the church, didn't we?
That's right.
And I got 12 from the
Girl.
And I got what was the handwritten one with the? That was just some dodgy porn, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Dodgy occult porn. Dodgy occult porn.
Dodgy occult porn. Yes.
Yeah, didn't the ones from Yellow Tree get stolen as well?
Something from Yellow Tree got stolen. Yes.
Yeah. I'm assuming this one.
Yeah.
It would appear so.
We've not found any sign of the spear anywhere.
Nope.
Okay. I'll take a photo of the symbols in each of the houses so we've got the full set.
To quick glancing through this notebook, it definitely appears to be a notebook, possibly summarising parts of the Revelations of Glaaki rather than a particular volume of the Revelations of Glaaki. It is covered in archaic handwriting. The specific hand seems to shift from one page to the next, sometimes even one word to the next in the middle of sentences. Very much seems, to your eye, to be written by a number of different people, or possibly different personas.
I was going to say personalities, a bit like the girl in the Mental Institute.
And on the first page, inside, is a single sentence. We seek to preserve the thoughts of God.
And that was on that thingy, wasn't it?
And that was on that. It was on the notes, Solomon's notes.
Yep, it was.
Yeah.
On his last page. The next page simply says, from the start he came of iridescent living metal, Glaaki, Glaaki, Glaaki. Chant chant his name, for he has angled the world into his will. And that's all I'm going to give you unless you start to pore over it.
Got a lot of reading to do, haven't I?
Yeah.
Just gonna lock up in a cage with a big light.
Into reading as well to help you. But then again, we'd all go insane as well.
I love the next page. I'll give you the next page because it's a giggle. By the turgid thrust of his spine will he transform you.
I'm sure he will, yeah.
He will leave his witch's mark upon you, and he will take your thoughts into yourself, and you shall feel the dreams become one with your own thoughts.
That's a dodgy book that you had in written form.
I was just expecting the next line to be, as he slaps his cock across your face.
And at the back of the appendices it'll say, safe word is bananas.
Now, this spear, are you sure it was a spear and it wasn't a javelin of lightning? Because if it was that,
javelin of lightning
it's
was
in the
sorted.
lake.
It's in the lake.
I'm half expecting to find it in the tombs.
Ralph, you are absorbed, kind of looking through this notebook, whilst Alfred and Joseph, you're absorbed looking at the archway in the southernmost wall of this. It looks
Oh dear.
Very
My drawing?
familiar.
My
Oh
drawing.
dear.
Exactly your drawing.
Oh dear.
An archway built into the southern wall of the basement facing the lake that has been bricked up.
Oh dear.
Wibble.
Oh dear.
Do you know what? I think for that, I would like Alfred to make a stability test.
Ah, yeah, you evil
Number
bitch.
2, I think. As you come face to face, you make it, so you just lose the 1 point. That's automatic. As you come face to face with the exact thing that you were compelled to draw several nights previous. In the middle of the road, there stood a shiny demon. No, wrong thing. In the middle of the brickwork is a single small cube of a metallic-like substance with strange hieroglyphic on its face.
Matching those things that we've just found.
No.
No, different. Okay.
Is this
Rubik's
like
Cube.
it's like that film Healthy with Pinhead?
Yeah.
Don't do the cube.
Oh,
Little-
Hellraiser.
Little
Hellraiser,
dog
that's it.
pops up from the corner.
Yeah. Oh.
What the hell? Reach out and touch it.
Reach out and
Touch.
touch it. It is cold to the touch. You can trace the hieroglyph in it.
That might open something. Can it be removed, or is it embedded in the wall?
You're going to give it a try and prise it out?
You just see if
Probably.
it moves.
You probably need to prise it out with a knife, but it is not cemented in for sure.
Alfred, maybe it was put there for a reason.
Possibly.
Maybe like a lock.
But was the dream telling me that we need to free this thing, or find the thing?
I
Your dream
know.
told us about Solomon. We
Hmm.
found Solomon.
Right, I haven't had a dream about this. You drew it though.
I had a dream about the archway and the brick wall. The cube isn't on my drawing, though, is it?
Yeah. It would be, yes. But not necessarily the hieroglyph.
Right.
So there'll be in the immaculate drawings of the bricks, there's a single one that's more cubic than rectangular.
Okay. Does that? Oh, get Ralph. Any idea what that says? Before I try ahead and move anything, does it say "Do not touch" it, or?
A bit late for that.
Sorry, what? I woke up. Oh, it's your archway.
Yeah.
Oh, have a look.
The hieroglyph on this singular black brick is an odd one to Ralph. It is Arabic in nature. You've seen this in the second edition copy of the Necronomicon that you have in the past looked through.
Okay.
This Arabic symbol is protection against demons.
Is it keeping something in?
Oh, yes. Would it normally be used? Can it be used? Is it an either or? You can use
Yeah.
it for either keep
It would
something
be
or keep it out.
Where? It would be keeping something going through the barrier from this side.
Oh, both. It does both. Oh, right, okay. From this side.
This side.
Yes,
So it stopped a demon going in, but it wouldn't stop one coming out.
correct.
Oh,
Unless the same symbol is on the opposite
other side. Yeah.
Yeah.
So taking it out could be a bad thing if the symbol's on the other side.
Yeah.
I'll leave it where it is then. But the metal, does it look like a normal metal we know, or something unusual?
Just looks black, slightly black metal. To be fair,
Got dodgy face paint and...
Not cold iron type thing. Oh, that's the Fae, isn't it?
so doesn't really exist. To be fair, black metal, burnt steel, burnt iron, maybe.
Could be pewter that goes. Is it pewter that goes dulls after a while?
Yeah, pewter dulls after a while.
So there's silver, I think, after.
Yes, silver definitely does.
Lots of things tarnish, don't they? This is more black than tarnished.
It's definitely metal and not obsidian.
How are you going to tell?
Like,
That's true.
Tap it with your
Tap
gun.
it with your gun. It makes a strange sound, neither metallic nor glass.
hematite kind of looks like black, shiny metal, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Just wonder if it was hematite is blood now.
Does it look like this? That fish statue was that made? That was made out of like a bronze, wasn't it? That's a
Bronze, yeah.
yeah.
So, taking this could potentially protect us, or release something if it's got that symbol on the other side.
You could do.
Doesn't that just mean if we scratch this symbol on anything, it'll protect us?
With the right incantations, of which Ralph does not quite know yet.
Well, clearly he does because he's used it before.
No, he's not used it before, he's seen it before. And he copied the symbols from both the farm and the sanatorium
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
all those hours ago.
Yeah, I don't want to take it, but I think taking it could be a big risk.
Well, what I'm going to say is if Solomon didn't take it, and they knew it was here,
Yeah,
they've left it alone, haven't they?
Yeah. If
And-
they're trying to free him, then they'd have taken it.
yeah, and don't forget they were still looking for things even when they were chased off.
I don't know whether I'm misreading what's going on here overall, but I get the impression there's two entities that don't get on with each other, and we don't. Well, I don't know whether one of them's on our side or not, but it said something about they're scared of him or something. What was it?
Was it the Mouther and the Liar?
Yeah, there's something about one of them's.
Well, that was
They're all scared of it.
Ilgalanak. Was that it?
Something like that.
That's the one that said Cthulhu's followers dare
Yeah.
not talk about him or something.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So does that mean it's good?
I don't get that impression. Bear with me.
Yeah, it was you got like even the minions of Cthulhu fear.
Yeah.
It says another presence growing, hunger.
The fact that we've been kind of guided to this, we found it. Seems weird to leave.
Yeah, but if somebody tells you to go get something, it could be for nefarious reasons.
Alfred. Alfred.
Yep.
Your drive, Anui, is listlessness due to it can kind of means you're always searching for excitement and adventure. So I'm going to invoke, because although in the back of your head you've got this nagging thing that says, I probably shouldn't take it, you have said a couple of times now you'd like to take it, so I'm going to invoke your drive. And basically what that means is if you take it, you can gain 2 points of stability back. If you don't take it, you're going to be losing stability.
I'm not going to leave him in a room full of red buttons because it'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it?
You've also got the same one, by the way, Mr. Joseph.
I'm not. Leave it.
Oh, I'm going for it.
Okay. So let me just double check that is exactly how it works.
See, I resisted when you decided to learn that weird thing for the mouth.
So it's a soft driver. It will cost you 2 stability points to resist it. If you choose to go with it, you can gain a point of stability.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you're mentioning the drive, yeah, I would go for it.
Yeah. Okay, so give yourself 1 stability point back.
And remember to add those you've just taken off as well. Oh yeah, you've done it, sorry, yeah.
And I'll just wait for Ralph to put his headset back on. So I've just invoked Alfred's drive, which triggers his desire to take the stone out of the wall.
So start running.
A couple of things. So you have to use your knife to get it out, and as you do so, you scratch a corner of the metal, and the black stuff peels away just like a black gilt lining, revealing a strange violet-coloured substance underneath. The second thing is it has different symbols on all 6 faces. The symbol directly opposite this keep you out demon symbol is the elder sign. So if my mathematics are correct, it is, if you look at this, it is, so the elder sign is the one the furthest on the left. So so 2 in from that, the one that looks like I don't know how to describe it.
Looks like a frowning face, and up it's like frowning with 2 eyes and like a frown.
Yes. That one would be the demon protection.
Okay.
But looking through the hole, because that's the thing you're really interested in, shining your torch in, it's a passageway that goes downwards. As far as your torch will take you.
Is this where I see the torch shining on the back of his head?
No? No?
See how much of that hourglass one is as well.
Yeah, what do the others mean? Do I know them?
I recognise one of them.
He recognises one of them. I don't know. Technically, they're not detailed in the notes that I have, so I don't know what their relevance are.
I bought some dice for years ago from a Kickstarter thing.
Oh, what's that symbol mean?
These are elder dice, so it's an elder sign.
Oh,
Cthulhu. So it's something to do with that.
So I would say that all, they're all symbols representing protection of some kind, I think.
So potentially this thing, this box, could be protection against all sorts of things. Hopefully it infers the protection to us. Do we want to go down the passage? That would mean breaking down the rest of the wall.
Well, you see, Joseph, your adventurous nature is now peaked.
Yeah.
And I'm going to invoke a soft driver on you to suggest, actually, you do want to go down that passage. You're interested to see where it takes you.
Do you know? Actually, probably would be. And as you guys are examining the cube, I'll be just looking at the hole and maybe just pulling the brick away.
Yeah.
And maybe just pulling another brick away.
Okay. Until there's just another brick in the wall.
Just another brick in the wall.
All right. So you can give yourself a stability point back.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm also trying to figure out what the hell this is made out of. It's violet colour.
It is violet. It's a cube, near perfect cube of some strange violet coloured crystal or rock.
It's a peridot.
Amethyst?
Oh, yeah, amethyst.
But if it's amethyst, I mean, it's a big chunk of amethyst. It's perfectly carved.
Amethyst is supposed to be human, isn't it?
Yeah, it's odd. It could be. Alfred, it could be. We're not sure, but it could
The
be.
only reason I know that is it's my birthstone.
There was a kind of a sound of brick clattering against brick behind you. When you glance over, Joseph has got maybe half a dozen. Well, he's got half a dozen bricks out, and he's pulling a few more out. As he gets to a point where there is a hole big enough for you to crawl through, that's what we're going to call it for the night.
That was a damn good night.
So you're climbing through, and that's going to be your second character killed.
I've already got my occult character lined up for this. He's got tentacles and everything.
He's Mon Calamari.
Yeah. Just one eye, it's not a stalk.
Yeah, see, I was thinking of the trash compactor with the one eye in the store.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that's called now. I don't know its name.
That was awesome.
Yeah. So we may be charging headfirst into some all-powerful thing.
I may not get to read these books, so who cares?
Yeah. Yeah. So you don't have to worry about your notes because it's all going to be over next week.
Yeah, because we're just going to release a ridiculously powerful entity upon the world.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right,
with
so-
any luck, it'll grant us
Well,
power.
if Ralph thinks that, do you know that is a -2? That's a -4 sanity loss upon realization of that fact.
Is this tunnel going literally northeast?
It's going
northeast east.
based on its direction. It's going straight to the lake.
I wonder if it lines up with a tomb as well.
I was thinking that.
But you have to find out next week, won't you? If you wish to go down it, or whether you want to come back to it later and explore the final house.
What, when we've got more XP? Is that what you're saying? A lot first.
Level 9 is not coming anytime soon, boy. I'll tell you now, level 9 is not coming anytime soon. Well, as always, gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Awesome. So that was the 20th. That was the 20th session. So should we be on 40 experience?
Yes. 38.
38.
Yeah,
So we're,
yeah, 40. Yeah. Yeah. But then you might have spent some.
yeah, I've got
I've been,
17 left of 32 on my sheet. So
yeah, I've got 26 spent.
I just forget to tell you that you've got 2 XP. It's just that is what you get every session, basically.
Yeah, I've got shadows to spend at some point, so maybe the start the next session.
Does it also actually break down for you, or is it something you've made notes of?
Made notes of.
I'll have to go back to my original character sheet and just go across. I have spent some. I don't know how many.
yeah, under notes I've just got experience 19 of 40, and then I've just got what I spent it on as I go along.
Yeah, I've not made notes of what's spent, so I've just the points I've spent.
My notes are all about the money.
Yeah, I've got lots of things to do with. I've got skills a little bit in most things now. I need to start specialising or raising some of the skills in the others. Like flee, I need more
Flee.
points in that.
I need
What?
more points in firearms. I've seen my firearms go down so damn fast.
Yeah, I've got 21 points to spend. That's a lot.
I've got
I
10
need to-
points in firearms.
There is no limit technically to how high your pools can go. I think it might be 8 on the character sheet, or it might not even be that, but there is no limit to how high your pools can go. You just can't increase stability, sanity, or health, I think.
I've got 10 in firearms and I've got 10 in scuffling. I've
Yeah,
had those since the beginning. So
Yeah. you are very good at shooting and punching.
Right. I'm going to end the stream. So we're back on Thursday at 8 o'clock, aren't we?
It'd be just about 8, yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Yeah. Right, chaps, thanks for tonight, all, and I'll see
Cool.
you on Thursday.